Hey there, everybody. So welcome back. It is the new build day on week 13, and we're at the beginning of season 2. We do have one new track that we're gonna cover over for this week, and the rest of it is just refreshes. I don't know if I'm gonna get to them, but we're definitely gonna cover this one new track, and it's kind of been, a long time coming. It may not be that big of a deal to people outside of the United States, but this track has slowly become one of the bigger deals in motorsports for American racing. So State Petersburg served as a season opener for Indycar and has been the case for the last 25 years or so, going back to about 2003. And then before that, they started this place up in 1985, and so started up in 1985, and then you got like a couple racing series covering this track on and off throughout the 90s, and then IndyCar kind of stepped up and decided to really establish the track, as a season opener the rest of the way. And so, in the last 25 years, it's been one of, if not the most important races in IndyCar, up with Indianapolis and Long Beach. So it's a very important racetrack. And, I'm glad we finally got this. We got, iRacing. That used to take a while to get, Long Beach onto iRacing. So it used to be very difficult for iRacing to scan the street courses. But then we got Long Beach that was finally finished up after like 50 years. And then we got Chicago, and then we got Detroit, and then we got Adelaide in Australia. So we've been getting, a bunch of street courses, and our naturally State Petersburg was next on the list. So we finally got it today, and it looks fun. So let's kind of dig into this and have some fun with the IndyCar. Alright, so we are gonna try this out and see what this plate is all about. And yeah, of course, I forgot to. So I'm turning off the game stamps for the second. Forgot to go over the layout. So the layout is it goes from turn 14 to turn 1 on the runway at the airport, and then it kind of goes into the city a little bit, starting turn 2. So it should be pretty fast set of corners here. Turn 2 and 3 are pretty quick. And then you got like really heavy braking zone in turn 4, and then it's like a bunch of 90 degrees angle corners, except for this little area in turn 6 and 7. And then, the track really opens up after turn 9, and it's pretty fast, very fast corner here, and then we got heavy braking zone, turn 10, and then a little bit tight of a corner, and then kind of go all the way back onto the airport, and then kind of do the hairpin down the runway again. So it is a short track, but very quick. So it should be a lot of fun. And I'm turning this back on now. So hopefully you get the idea with the overlay to the upper right corner, and we're gonna try this out now. So let's have some fun. It might be flickering a little bit, but there's nothing I can do about that. I had tried a bunch of the settings, and it's just not gonna go away anytime soon with the flickers. I turned off the trees from high resolution to low resolution, but the tree still looks pretty amazing on low resolution. So we got this little, like one of the first straights of a lap after the main straight, and then this is gonna be very heavy braking zone here. heavy braking zone here, and then you got these big curbs. And then we got another set of big curbs here, turning left, and then we got like these twisted corners here, and then another stubborn corner coming up here, and then you tap the corner, and you really tap inside of this corner here, and then it opens up to higher speed, bit straight, but not really straight. And then we got this heavy braking zone here, going to this corner here. And then finally we got like these two corners here, and then you go to the hairpin and you're back onto the airport. And that is the start of a lap here, going down the runway. And then you got this sharp first corner here. It's usually because of chaos at this place. And then this is really fast going through here. And then you're down the straight. And then we got this heavy braking zone here, and shit kind of attack these corners as best you can do. But you have to really watch out for this corner. You can get too cocky too quickly in that area. And then we're going down there straight. Alright. I can do a lot faster than this, so let's go really fast coming up this lap. Here we are. Should be really fast here. Kind of locking up pretty bad. That was a bad corner. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bad corner. There we go. Try and be careful here. Very easy to lock up. Be a little bit faster through that. It's really hard to be juggling the push pass with the hybrid system that we have. And the lags are a little bit bad for me, but the computer's on the older side, so it makes sense to me that it's gonna be a little bit laggy for me. Being careful through these corners, but the tires are also warming up, so it's easier for me to attack. There we go. Missed that corner pretty bad. Alright. Yep. Give it the best try. Alright, you get the idea. Alright. Sorry, I was kind of breathing pretty heavy there, but you'll get the idea. Let's go to this lap. Should be pretty nice few of a TV replay here coming up. And it is not the smoothest because it's an older computer, but again, should give you all the idea of what this track is gonna look like from the TV camera. So but it's gonna be pretty racy, I think. Oh, the S of that corner looks tighter than it does in the cockpit. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. I missed the corner pretty bad there, for sure. Missed out. And then we got coming down to the straight here. So that should be able to give you the idea of how things are gonna look like. And now we're kinda gonna go look around the track real quick, and then we'll try the truck here. So let's see. Should be turning this on. Where's that 10% thing? There we go. That should be it. Alright, I should be able to, control the camera. And right away, we're gonna be showing the airport part of a track. It is a active airport, but it's also a small airport. So they're able to shut this place down for, for a couple of weeks, if not like a month or two, to prepare the track. So I don't know. I don't know how long they shut down the airport, but like I said, it's a active airport going to the city. And then we got the city itself, the city of St. Petersburg. And then, let's see, like I said, we got the runway here, going down the runway, and then you kind of go into the city here, and then you got this beautiful, beautiful view of the skyline of St. Petersburg. And then we're kind of going to the parking lot with the parking garage, and then kind of going to the house, like kind of along the downtown St. Petersburg here, and you got the old baseball stadium here that's kind of been converted into a soccer stadium for, I believe, was the USL team here in St. Petersburg in Tampa. I believe the team's called Tampa, but really is in St. Petersburg. And I think this place used to be like a minor league stadium or a spring training stadium for a long time. So, yeah, you got Tampa Bay Rowdies, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, look at this. Such a beautiful view of the city here. And then, of course, you got like this little, I guess, horseshoe thing here going around, but not like, that's kind of clever. And then you go around the top of the track here, and then you got the Birdia with the ships. And then you're going down the, I don't know what the street is called, but it's like apparently one of the more famous streets of the city, and is one of the more beautiful views of any kind of racing here in the United States. You get like this beautiful TV views of the Indycar just blasting down this along this drive here, and you got all these bit boats in the harbor here, and you got the Gulf, like the Gulf of Mexico out here as well. So it's just stunning. And then I believe this is the aquarium, but I could be wrong. It looked like aquarium, kind of similar to what we got at the Long Beach. And then we got like, the skyline, State Petersburg, and I guess we'll have the baseball stadium for the major league team that's in the city. Tampa Bay Rays. I think that's like, yeah, it's over here. It's all the way on the other side of the city here. Look at this. It should be a whole ass baseball stadium here, but we will have it. We got some random buildings here, so it's kind of there, but what's important is the city here is up and feasible for the track. And so, I'm sure iRacing will make it look better in the future, keep popping in a bunch of new stuff, but at least we got the tall buildings here, so we got some main features around the track. We got the baseball stadium here, the minor league baseball stadium. So, I mean, it looks beautiful from the top. That's for sure. It'll get things done for iRacing and the broadcast. So, I'm gonna leave here and we're gonna try to pull on the truck. So I'll be right back. And hopefully the frames are gonna be okay, because I've been really having a hard time with this computer keeping up with the graphics. So the high standard of videos that I've been trying to produce for y'all. But it's getting really hard for me to get away with my current settings and keep things high resolution, because again, it's getting old for my computer. My computer's like almost 7 years old now, so it's a miracle that it has lasted this long, to be honest with y'all. Trying to get the settings ready to go. Alright, we got the truck coming up, so it's loading up. Hopefully it'll be fun to test out with the truck. But yeah, what you're getting from me here is just very raw experience of, reviewing stuff. It's all very raw. I don't really do any editing. I don't have a lot of time for editing, so it's kind of lazy way to do it, but that's shit what I do. So, I mean, I'm 31. I have a wife. I have, a lot of stuff going on in life, so I don't have a lot of time to edit, but that's okay. This is something I still really enjoy doing and sharing with y'all. So, we're up to 75% now, so it's coming along. 90% now. Again, it's coming along, so it'll pop up in a second. Gonna make sure that. Alright, it's popping up. Gonna make sure the overlays are set to go here. Alright, that should be it for the overlays. Let's see. Where is a good road set up here? Probably Chicago street course is probably the best setup for this. So we're gonna be using that for this one. And we got... Alright, here we are. Alright, this is my first time trying out the truck for this place, so we'll see how this is gonna go. But it seems like things are running a lot more smoother for me with the truck. Maybe it's because Indycar is just so quick. Sorry, I'm forgetting one more thing for the overlays, but I got it now. So yeah, we're gonna try out the truck and see how this is gonna go for us. We win that race at the Long Beach a couple weeks ago in what was supposed to be like the State Petersburg week. So that was pretty awesome for us. It was really nice to get that win at Long Beach for the first time ever. So got to imagine the braking is gonna be really difficult. Oh! I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Yeah, this is gonna take some time to get used to it too, for sure. I'm sure this is gonna be in the game for NASCAR, you know, NASCAR 26, if it's coming out, you know. I'm sure this is gonna be in that game. Oh gee. Not turning very well. That could have been better, but that's okay. That's okay. It's a lot more slower than Indycar, that's for sure. The turning's not as easy with this truck as it was for the Indycar. Damn it. Went for the spin. It's definitely gonna take a few tries to get it right with the truck. But it's fun. It's fun. Challenging but fun. Oh gee. Maybe Long Beach was a better setup for this. Here we are. Shit, missed the corner. Shit, missed the braking. We'll figure this out. No worries. Oh, no worries. I should have to be more smooth about this. Here we are. Let's do this. Sounds good. We're off to a good start. We're doing exactly what we should be doing, so... Could have been better. Could have been better. just leaving in the second gear. Keep things stable for us. There we are. That's much better. Let's do this. Oops. Pretty epic bits. We're gonna try one more lap after this, okay? The vacations are really difficult here. Whew, this is challenging. We'll get better at this. We'll get better. I think Long Beach might be better for this than Chicago setup was. But I could be wrong. Alright, let's try again one more time and we're done. We've been a little bit more aggressive, but it's gonna get done here, so. Not very smooth, but it'll get the lap down. So, there we are. That's the best I got for now, so. I'll take it. Well, I hope you're enjoying that. So, thank you very much for watching this one, and I hope you're enjoying it. It is a little bit different than what other people are gonna be doing, but I mean, it's just how I'm gonna review, or review everything. Oh boy, I have like my foster kittens kind of screaming at me right now, so I'm gonna have to get off here shortly, but I'm gonna set this up for y'all and enjoying the lap I have for y'all to watch from this angle. Hopefully it's a good angle for y'all, so let's see what was the fast lap. Alright, there you go. I hope you're enjoying the review of this track, just taking a couple laps around with the Indycar and also with NASCAR Truck. So yeah, there you have it.